Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Life is for living. And at First International Bank and Trust, we're all about living, helping your dreams come true. Because we're not just in the banking business. We're in the first home business, the community sponsorship business, the how do I make this happen business, making your banking life easy so you can focus on what matters most. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
A family farm is, well, different. The cab of a tractor is the CEO's office. Board meetings are held on the bed of Grandpa's pickup. And a conference call is a holler across the yard. To hurry your chores, kids, there's homework to be done. A family farm is about family pride as much as profit. Farmers Union Insurance believes this way of life is worth protecting. Because this isn't just where we work, it's also our family's home. Farmers Union Insurance, simply different.
Coming to you from the Bonfire Studios North, it's another episode of Toro's All Access. I'm Peter Theodos. Joining me is Kobe Brault. We'll get to our guests here in a second, and we'll let one of them turn his headset down a little bit because apparently that was really loud because he just jumped through the ceiling. But anyways, Kobe, it's kind of cold out here in Minot, but we got hockey here this weekend.
Yeah, honestly, I was going to start by complaining about the weather, but then I saw the radar for the rest of the Midwest, and honestly, we're not doing too bad. I'll take cold over ice storms and blizzards and things of that nature.
Yeah, 100%. You know, anything, obviously, you know, hopefully the rest of the division that is traveling this weekend has safe travels. Already seen a couple of teams announcing that they're going to move back some games. Aberdeen, North Iowa already moved back their game to Saturday, Sunday. So hopefully they get there safe. You know, obviously we want to beat them on the ice, but we all want them to get there safely.
Yeah, luckily we got our closest in proximity division rival coming to town this weekend. So.
Absolutely, for the last time.
Yeah,
it's hard to believe that this is the last time we'll be playing the Bobcats. You know, obviously, unless something happens and we see them in the playoffs.
Right.
This is the last two games we have against the Bobcats. We've already won the season series against them, so that's really, really good. But, you know, we're already up to, last I looked, over 1,500 tickets committed, so the Pepsi rink is going to be packed this weekend. It's gonna be a fun game.
It's going to be, it's a big weekend, you know, obviously having to go down there for one. That's kind of the unique thing, I think, about the rivalry, that you always have one down there, one at home. But yeah, I mean, just gearing up for another great weekend of hockey, hopefully. And
absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully we can take two more from them just to kind of rub it in a little bit to the end of the year. The schedule, honestly, is a very weird schedule this year. I mean, this is my first year, so I can't speak on any other years, but it just, like, we played them, like, I want to say, like, 4 or 5 straight times, like, back-to-back weekends.
Well, here's the crazy thing. So if everything lines up in this one way, and we finish as the 4 seed, and Austin finishes as the 1 seed, and we play a 5-game series against them in the first round of the playoffs, we'll have played them 9 straight games.
Yeah,
because they play 2 here.
Right.
We go there for 2.
For the last 2, that's right.
And then it'd go 2 there for game was 1 and 2, and Minot for 3 and 4, and then game 5 in Austin. So that's 9 straight games we could potentially play against the Austin Bruins.
Yeah, let's
not say that.
Yeah, let's not even think about that being a 4 seed, anything like that. Yeah, no, that's but yeah, I mean, 2 more, like I said, should be another great weekend of hockey, hopefully.
Absolutely, and you know, not to jump ahead too far, but we do have some exciting news to say for fans that remember back in my first year with the organization, 2019-2020, we did a jersey giveaway, and thank you to Patty Bachova, and she doesn't know, but I snuck this off the hanger in the corner. But we did this jersey giveaway. Pull it back into the shot a little bit. There you go.
I'll model it. No worries.
So we had that jersey giveaway. On March 11th, fans, this year, we have partnered once again with Farmers Union. So that's last year. Get rid of last year.
Yep, that's out of here.
Yeah. We have a new jersey giveaway that we will be doing. Yep. The Bobcats just did theirs. They had I think Brad said 6,000 pounds of food, 6,000 meals. It was something with a 6,000 in it. We are doing the same thing. We will be doing a canned food fundraiser. So if you bring a can of food, you will walk out of here with
3 non-perishable items. Sorry, Pete.
Sorry to correct you.
3 non-perishable food items will get you one of those jerseys.
Or a monetary donation.
Or a monetary donation. Yep, $10 or more will get you one of those jerseys. A pretty solid jersey, honestly, for a giveaway. A nice material, and I kind of like. Honestly, my personal favorite about it, kind of the pattern on the sleeve here is kind of top tier. Tying it into the food drive and Farmers Union Insurance, and they made sure to get their kind of wave pattern on the back too, which I thought was a nice touch.
That's the front.
Is it? On the front, I meant. Sorry.
Great.
Still a nice touch.
We're doing great here,
yeah,
bud.
This is an awesome promo, right?
We're
Absolutely.
doing great here.
So that's March 11th. Reminder, that's March 11th, Saturday, March 11th. 3 non-perishable food items are $10.
Yeah. Well, I don't think fans want to hear us get info wrong anymore. So let's go ahead and bring in our 2 guests.
Yeah, that's
fans. Let's please welcome into tonight's episode our 2 guests tonight. Toros captain Trevor Stahowiak and Braden Fisher. Fish, welcome back to Why Not Stacks. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Stacks, we'll start with you. Haven't obviously had a show here in a while, and wanted to bring you on. You've talked a little bit with Kobe on the bench for the Farmers Union intermission interview, but want to kind of just bring you on here to talk a little bit about being named the captain. What does it mean to you to be named the captain and to wear the C on your chest?
It means a lot to me. This is my 3rd year in Minot, so I've spent a good amount of time here, and I've loved my time. I've had awesome billets, awesome coaching staff, awesome rink. Everything here is so top tier, and just it means a lot to me.
What was it like wearing that C for the first few games?
It was pretty cool, I guess. I don't think I tried to change anything other than, I guess you can talk to the ref when you need to, but it was pretty cool, yeah.
When it comes to kind of like a leadership role, obviously being named captain, kind of the leader of the team, has that always been something that's come naturally to you over the years as you were playing? Have you always kind of been the guy to take the lead when it comes to, obviously each individual team's unique to itself, but has that been something that's kind of developed over time, or is that something that you've kind of always had?
I guess it might have developed over time, but I wouldn't say I'm the loudest person. I kind of just go out and try to do my thing, and I guess it's just kind of I guess how I do it. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fish, we got a fan checking in here. We'll get to that question here in a second because she's jumping ahead with the question. For fans that hadn't noticed, you were gone for a little bit of time with a lower body injury. Talk a little bit about that process and the process of coming back and being able to be back on the ice wearing the Toros jersey.
Yeah, so it has been it's been a little while, but it's been super awesome to be back. I've had a lot of awesome support in Winnipeg. I did a lot of rehab when I was back in Winnipeg, and coming back, I've been in constant communication with Cody and with Kevin Melby. Shout out to him. He is he's been awesome. We've been working at it multiple times a day. He's been coming back to the rink to give me a hand. So in everything, so doing whatever we can to get just a little bit better every day, and the hard work is beginning to pay off.
Talk a little bit about that. You mentioned talking to Cody and talking to Melbs. What was some of the things that you talked about with them, and what was the process to kind of get you back here? Like, what all did you do with Melbs?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so well, with Cody, it was pretty straightforward. We were always talking about the team, and was always sending my best wishes from up in Canada. But with Melbs, it's just having a constant communication. We had the doctors in Canada that we were talking with there, and then switching over to Trinity Health over here, and doing all sorts of physio, hot and cold, all sorts of different treatments and stuff. So that's been a blessing for me to have people in place to give me that kind of support.
Definitely, and you and I kind of talked right when you first got back to Minot during one of those intermission report interviews that we were talking about. You never really had an injury as significant as this one. So obviously your first time through it, did that rehab go better or worse than you thought? Because you accelerated that timeline quite a bit from when you first got the injury to being back as quick as you were. Is that kind of, did it go better or worse than you thought it would?
I mean, obviously through any kind of long-term injury, there's great days and not so good days. But I kind of always had an idea in the back of my mind that it was gonna be all right, and that I was gonna get back to playing and get back with the team, and I just tried to have the most positive outlook I could on it each and every day.
Kayla Dosh checking in. Now this is the question. She was jumping ahead on me. She says, Fisher, how excited was it for you to get back on the ice, and how did you use that excitement throughout the game?
Oh, that was the coolest thing. It was so cool to get back. I mean, you look forward to these games, like especially at home when you're not with the team, to getting back in and playing with it and being around the guys, and it was one of the best parts. Definitely one of the highlights of 2023 for myself so far.
And the first game back was a little slow for you, obviously, getting your feet back under you. Even your parents were in town, spoke to your dad a little bit. He was like, well, he's got to get back. He's got to get back. And then, obviously, you got back the next night. Thanks to the guy sitting next to you. You had 2 goals and an assist. And the assist was with Trevor's goal, too. How exciting was it for you to, even though it wasn't your first game back, it was your second game back, to be able to come back in that way and to pop those 2 goals in a really key situation in a game, too? Yeah,
it was really cool. I mean, the first game started off a little bit slow. I ended up, I think I was crashing into the boards. I ended up in our own net at some point, too. So it was a bit, it felt weird that it was weird. But to get back and contribute, had any way I could, was super awesome. It's really good to be able to try and do what I can. So it was good. I mean, I hadn't scored a goal in, I guess, 4 months, so that felt pretty cool.
And Stacks, transitioning back to you, kind of piggybacking off of what we've been talking about with that newly acquired C on your chest. Talk a little bit about the new responsibilities and in that role as captain. Has your day-to-day kind of shifted at all, or is it kind of more, like you said, you're not the guy screaming and shouting for the most part. You're more of a lead by example guy. So has it really changed your day-to-day to have that C and be the leader? Talk a little bit about that, I guess.
For me, I don't really think there was anything I needed to change. I feel like it would have been bad for me to put like extra pressure and just act a different way. So I kind of tried to keep things the same, and yeah.
No, it makes total sense.
Stacks, you mentioned that this is your 3rd year in the league. Is this year I feel like we say this every year. The competition in the Central Division from all levels on every team is just the hardest it's been every year. Obviously, being from a playing standpoint, you literally see that firsthand. How do you think the teams are this year stacked up against each other? Is this one of the best divisions that you've seen in your 3 years here?
Yeah, for sure. Every year the standings have been super tight. Like every single point matters, and I mean we saw that last year, obviously. And I just think there's no easy nights ever. We just have to make sure to always. I mean, we know we always have to be ready to play, because there's no such thing as an easy game at this game or in this division at this level. So, yeah.
And kind of piggybacking off that, obviously the talent in the division is top tier. That's why the standings are so close. That's why it stays close year in and year out. And like you said last year, kind of fumbling down the stretch is what cost us a spot in the playoffs. This team, the Toros, has a ton of talent, but like we said, so does everyone else in the division. So what do you guys, and I guess it's kind of for both of you guys, what do you think, is it the details? What is it down the stretch here that's going to separate? And like you said, every point matters. What's it going to take to get the points necessary to get back into the playoffs?
I don't know. I think what we've been talking about lately is just how every single thing, just everything matters so much, and especially at this time of year, it feels like every single game is a playoff game because of how tight the standings are. And I think every mistake or every mistake from another team, just everything's magnified. Those mistakes just are so much more important at this time of the year. So,
Fish?
I mean, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Very well put there, man. Very well put. Stacks, you're going to have a really cool milestone actually coming up here pretty soon. You'll play in your 150th game as a Minotauro. Does it feel like you've played in 150 games as a Minotauro?
Not really. I guess it's kind of flown by, but I guess, yeah, it's a lot of games.
You're on pace to actually shatter the all-time record with one more year of eligibility left to come back next year to play. The record for most games as a Toro is 172. So obviously you're gonna beat that by quite some bit. But what does it mean to you to be a Toro, both on the ice and off the ice?
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that's super special to me. It's the first place. It's the first place I've ever been since living at home. So I moved out of home was still in high school when I first got here, and I just think the community has been so great. I mean, the organization, just everything seems so easy with how great we're treated as people and on the team. Our amazing facilities, trainers, coaches, just anything. And billets, can't really say enough.
Fish, you got a few more games left in your. You're gonna age out after this season, unfortunately. What are some of your goals, and what do you want to accomplish by the end of this year? Obviously, we want to make playoffs and all that, but what are some things that you want to get done before the final game?
I think for me, I mean, it's just take advantage of the opportunity that I got. I mean, there's you think about it on every day on the couch when you're trying to moving your ankle around, trying to make it feel better, and that's my goal, is to do whatever I can in these next, I guess, 16 games to do whatever I can, take advantage of the opportunity to give us the best chance of success.
And Fish, I just want to say, from a personal standpoint, just your work ethic and coming back. To come back off that injury as fast as you did, that wasn't really a fluke. You know what I mean? You put the time in when nobody was looking for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I'm sure the exact same thing happened when you were back home in Winnipeg. And so I think it's awesome for you to be able to come back. And I think that gave a big boost to the team, too, for you to be able to come back and be a part of this stretch run when everything's so tight. And, you had such a bright start. I think back on that first interview we had, you were 2 periods into your Toros career, and you were like, yeah, it was a tie game, and you were like, yeah, we're gonna do what we need to do to get it done, get out of here with 2 points, and that's all you were focused on. And then you went out and scored a goal like 3 minutes into that third period. And so I just want to say that I've been meaning to tell you that for a couple weeks now, but yeah, that the work ethic and coming back, I think, is super inspiring for the other guys. And I think that like you said, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard, and you've been putting the work in and you have the talent. So hopefully it can all come together down the stretch here.
Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate you saying that.
We got 2 more fans checking in on the Facebook feed, and then we'll wrap it up here. Former Toro Max Martin actually checking in, says, "Hi Fish, how much piano did you play in your time off?"
Well, it's funny actually. Yeah. What's up, Max? I played a lot actually. Yeah.
Is that a hidden talent that you have? Are you very good?
Yeah,
okay.
So I played for a very long time. Yeah, I played since I was grade 2 or something, and I took lessons all throughout school, and yeah, I've just been kind of picking up and playing whenever I can.
Interesting. And then the last question we have, actually, I guess we have 2. Dan Koopman checking in. Big game on Saturday, Fish. How much pressure do you feel knowing that it's Bismarck and the consequences of a loss with the addition to being your billet sister's birthday?
Yeah, we got a lot going on for Saturday night, and we're gonna make sure it's gonna be a pretty awesome one. Yeah, we got a pretty funny deal back home. Listen to Bismarck, so that's pretty awesome.
Final question here. Some random guy, I don't know who this is. His name's Colby Joseph. Says, "Hey Fish and Trevor, do you guys miss Elkhorn, Manitoba?" I don't know what he's talking about there. Who's this Colby Joseph guy?
I don't know. I miss it.
I miss it too. It's a great spot of the world. Yeah.
Boys, we appreciate you coming on. Actually, no, hang on.
Do you guys got any questions for us too? Trev, you were hinting at some pretty heavy-hitting questions for Pete.
I got one.
Fish has got one.
Actually, this is a very important comment right here we got to get to. Amelia Stahowiak.
Hi, Mom.
There. Says...
Amelia.
I'm sorry, Miss Stahowiak. I should have just called you Miss Stahowiak. And Trevor and Coach's birthday on Saturday.
Is it? Wow.
Is it your birthday on Saturday?
It is Cody's birthday and my birthday on Saturday.
Okay, that's good.
Wow,
I forgot about that.
I didn't know that either. That's good to know.
That's really good to know.
So no fans should be making happy birthday Trevor signs or anything of that nature.
We'll take care.
Don't be doing that.
We'll take care of it.
Thanks, Mom.
Fish, you had a question?
Yes, I do have a question. Okay, so Peter, I got the pleasure of sitting in the stands for some of the games.
Okay.
Before I was ready to come back, what is your favorite little thing that you press to like the little?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, the fan thing.
The video.
Oh, the video boards.
The
Okay.
video board. What's your favorite?
The video board or the
sound?
music? Because I do both.
Oh yeah,
or
right. But like the combination of both. Like
Okay.
I remember Noxie was all excited about the cowbell.
Oh, the cowbells. Yeah. Oh
He
my
likes
gosh.
that.
Noxie does get
He
very
got on to
fired
me
up.
for not playing cowbells. That's a good one. Obviously, besides pressing the goal horn button and playing the win song, besides those, probably the cowbells.
Hell yeah.
That one's my favorite, and I'd be wrong for saying it because Bob at the rink loves it when I play the little duck that dances on the video board.
really?
Yes, he loves it when I play that.
Shout out to Bob at the ring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think those are probably my favorite ones.
Oh, that's great.
Stacks?
I don't know.
Actually, no. You said you had a second one.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't have a second. No.
I thought you did.
I could think of something.
Kobe, what's your favorite intermission game?
Ooh, the intermission game. I'll tell you what. People have been going crazy for the trike races this year.
They love those.
Any PTA fundraiser we're doing, it's we want our principal, our vice principal, and then the next two highest up. All four of them, they need to get out there, settle this once and for all. I don't know if it's for bragging rights or what, but
It is.
yeah, the trike race, and I'll give a little tip to everyone watching. If you ever find yourself on those trikes, the key is you can't. A lot of people burn out right at the start. They're trying to go too fast, too quick. You're on ice is the issue. So you got to kind of ease into it, build up the momentum. That's the big thing. Brad and I have been trying to come up with a new trike race track as well. I guess
There's
traditional loop is redundant. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Brad.
What if you run around the stands and chase him with a camera?
Yeah, that actually might. We do have a wireless cam. That's not That's not a bad idea.
So you're saying it's a little bit like Mario Kart, like you can't hold on the button.
That is exactly
You
it.
gotta
Yes.
press the button
Right.
and
Yes.
get going.
Well, so I try to keep my cadence the same, but it's not the Mario Kart where you can time it out on that third one. Although some people do end up leaving early. It depends on the race, but
Tiffany Russell.
yeah, I'd say
Tiffany Russell, thanks, because apparently she's going to be one of the people that's out there already planning on being out there. So she said thanks for the tip.
There you go.
don't tell don't share that with anyone else though, Tiffany. That's
Also,
a Toro's All Access exclusive tip.
There is a bike too, and I will say this: the brakes don't work.
Yeah, one of the bikes that breaks is going.
Brakes don't
I don't know if we're allowed to say that, Pete.
That's a safety hazard.
Yeah, we'll have the brakes fixed by Saturday. That's not a problem at all. But the
Brad.
trike race may or may not be going down on Saturday. We got Bel Air PTA coming out, so should be a fun night.
Yeah, absolutely. I had fun this episode, boys. So is that all you got?
I mean, yeah, unless you guys got more questions,
I
I
was
could
about to say,
answer
do you have
questions all
anything else?
night.
I don't know, fish, anything?
Yeah, I feel like you gotta cook up another one.
You're always cooking something.
Yeah, trying to do something.
What's your favorite song to play on piano, Fish?
I got really into the. I did the Vince Guaraldi, Charlie Brown Christmas this year.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that was cool. I tickled the ivories for a little bit there, and but my highlight,
Hunter Longy checking in. What is Trevor's favorite book?
oh yeah, that's a great question.
favorite
Yeah,
book.
hot topic this month from the Null.
Oh,
It is. It is.
I don't know. I think I remember most from high school is The Great Gatsby. I don't know.
Okay.
That was my favorite book in high school.
A lot of symbolism in that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gentlemen, we appreciate you coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
for having us.
Fans, that's Trevor Stahoyak and Braden Fisher. Actually, we have one more question that's coming on. Kayla Dose checking in saying, how much does a lively crowd help you guys play?
I think it helps a ton. You could like kind of feel it running through your body whenever the building is loud. I mean, I think it gives us momentum. I don't know, fish. Anything
Absolutely,
else?
it's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, we play in front of some pretty cool fans.
Another one. Does Trevor accompany Fish on the guitar? Is this another thing that we're finding out? Does Trevor Stahoyak play the guitar?
I do play it. I'm not the greatest, but I'm all right. I think Fish is a little bit more of a musician than I am.
I think we need to.
I think we
Sounds
need
like we need to start a
There's
Toro's
a-
band.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that
There's
sounds
a ton
like
of guys who play the guitar.
There you go.
Oh, there's a guitar.
Oh, live
Stacks.
sample.
We'll do a Trevor sing along for his birthday.
There we go.
Birthday special.
There, Oh my gosh, this is getting off the rails. I love the questions, but this has gone off the rails. Fans, thanks for checking in. Make sure you leave questions on our next episode in the Facebook comments. We always love doing it. We all love answering your questions. So for Trevor Stahowiak, Braden Fisher, that's Kobe Brault. I'm Peter Theodos. Sean Bachman behind the scenes, always doing a great job. We'll see you on Saturday at the Pepsi Rink.
Thanks, Sean.